Gisèle Pelicot. That's a name that the world may never have heard had it not been for the astounding courage of the 72-year-old in France who decided to turn the tables on her ex-husband and the dozens of men he recruited to rape her. As a survivor of sexual violence, Gisèle Pelicot could have stayed anonymous. She could also have insisted that sordid homemade videos of rapes filmed by her husband after he'd knocked her out with tranquilizers not be shown in court. But instead, she decided, for victims of sexual abuse everywhere, that shame had to change sides, falling not on her but instead on the men that her husband invited to their house to rape her in their bedroom. She waived her right to anonymity, and she threw the doors of the courthouse here in Avignon wide open for the world to see. By doing so, Gisèle Pelicot took a stand that has resonated across France and beyond. She shone the spotlight on gender-based violence and sexual predators' use of drugs to knock out unwitting victims. And she also spurred renewed discussion, building on the progress of the Me Too movement, about fighting rape culture and toxic masculinity. For those who have attended the drugging and mass rape trial here in this southern French city, Gisèle Pelicot's courage has been a shining light in the darkness of more than 3 months of hearings and appalling testimony. The open trial and Pelicot herself, a picture of steely determination and grace with her red hair cut in a bob and round tinted glasses, quickly became a magnet for supporters who travelled from across France to cheer her on. Most of them were women. Merci Gisèle, thank you, they shouted as she came day in, day out for the hearings. Seeing her facing down the 51 defendants on trial for rape and sexual assault, one woman alone against so many men, was one of the defining images of this historic case. And another came today, when Gisèle Pelicot emerged, vindicated, after the court declared all 51 men guilty. Facing a wall of cameras, she spoke about how difficult the trial has been for her. But as she has done from the beginning, she also didn't want the outcome to be just about her. She said she'd fought in part for her grandchildren. She said they are the future. And in her own words, she spoke of all the unknown victims whose stories remain untold. I want you to know that we share the same fight, she said. Gisèle Pelicot, now a name that may never be forgotten.